Millan, and I am founder and CEO of a revolutionary new apparel company called Androgyny. Before I begin with telling you about androgyny, I want to ask this room a couple questions. I want to know how many of you in this room have ever struggled to find an article of clothing that fit you properly? A number of you. How many of you have ever worn something that made you feel a little bit awkward or uncomfortable? Maybe your mom dressed you up. Everybody knows what that feels like. Okay. I want you to imagine that you feel this way every single day. Because we've gone out and we've surveyed hundreds of queer women, and they report that 95% of the time they struggle. Every time they open their closet or they step foot into a retail store, they can't find clothes that fit them properly. The women's offerings, they're often too form-fitting and feminine, whereas the men's offerings, they're oversized and they fail to accommodate their womanly proportions. Androgyny is a fit solution company going after this underserved demographic of women. As I said, we've gone out, we've surveyed hundreds of women. We've figured out what their fit issues are and what types of products they most desire. We've taken their thoughts and their insights and we've crafted our core product category, button-down shirts. We plan to market this product online, and you might be wondering why you should care. You're not a queer woman and you don't have trouble finding clothes that fit. That's okay. There's a sizable market opportunity here. The U.S. apparel market is $190 billion. There are 4 million queer women in the U.S., about 1.3% of the population. You apply that percentage, you get to $2.5 billion market. Best part, there are very few players in the space. That's the problem. There's also huge growth potential to expand outside of this niche market. We're projecting our year one revenues just under $200,000. You can see the assumptions we've made in terms of traffic we're able to drive to our sites and our conversion percentage. We're here today. We're looking for additional seed capital to help us build out our inventory, and we're also looking for passionate people with industry expertise to join our management team. I invite you, come talk to me, come check out what I'm wearing, and check out our website, wearandrogyny.com.
Good job. The analysis you've done here is top-down, which always concerns me a little bit.
Right.
But you did survey 100 people, so what did your analysis show from the bottom up in terms of the market?
Right. So we went out and we found that like over 60% of them are dissatisfied, generally dissatisfied. And we looked at metrics in our survey, like how many shirts do you buy a year? What's the price point? What types of brands do you like? And we've taken all their inputs to figure out what is the right product for this demographic.
Did you go back to that 100 people with the shirts and say how many?
So we've held fit sessions and focus groups. We're still fine-tuning our product development. We're really working to get our size range 100% down, and then we plan to sample once more to get even more feedback.
Just an input. If you used that and done it bottom up,
right,
it would have had a lot more credibility with me than this top down.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your team of designers? I mean, how many people do you have working for you? How do you sort of source the production and inventory?
Right. So we've actually reached out to a couple of different freelancers to consult on this and worked with a couple different pattern makers. We had an inspiration. We had something to work from. We didn't build this from scratch. We took a timeless piece we saw in the market. We made 6 different tweaks to it. We made sure it translated across different sizes and different body types. And we've been iterating and trying to think about little stylistic differences. We also, I have put together an informal advisory team. My past experience, I worked at Levi's, so I've put together a pretty strong team of people who are informally advising and mentoring on the merchandising and the production and the design side.
And this is a web-based concept. How are you getting acquisition of people coming to your site?
Sure. So we're planning to couple our online distribution platform with pop-up shops. So we plan to go to various community events across the U.S. and really do targeted marketing. We have the intention to partner with a lot of community organizations, like, you go and you partner with a company like Olivia that runs a week in Cancun, and you have a captive audience of 2,000 women who have this problem, who have nothing to do but sit on the beach and shop. I think you'll see a lot of partnerships where we go out and we really try and directly target that demographic. Because I think you're right. At have no intention of going out and opening a brick and mortar store in San Francisco. The footfall that you would need to make that profitable, it's not going to happen, especially not in year one.
Do you plan to keep inventory, or is this drop ship?
So we're going to have to build some inventory. I think that's the biggest cost in what we're looking for in terms of how, you need to be able to, if you do a good job of going out and marketing at those events, you need to have the product to support it. And with the long lead time, we are exploring both domestic and offshore manufacturing, but I think at the end of the day, the cost side of it, you're going offshore, there's a long lead time, so you're going to need to be in a position to, once you hit that demand, be ready to service it.
Have you read the story of Zappos?
Yes. Tony's book is great.
What's the competitive market like?
So there's very few competitors. There's a handful of brands. They tend to skew a little bit younger and be a little bit more political, in your face, aggressive. If I show you these pictures, I mean, Vineyard Vines, Ralph Lauren, this is classic, clean cut, simple. It's a fit solution. It's a modern interpretation and a better fit solution on something that's not going to go out of style. And a lot of these other competitors are graphic tees with in-your-face messages and are about something that we're not. We're just trying to make people feel comfortable and confident and provide them an alternative.
Will androgyny be the consumer brand?
It will be.